Mystery, Masons, and the nation's capital, all making for one blockbuster new book. The Lost Symbol is hitting stores today, a sequel to the best-selling Da Vinci Code, already breaking records with a first printing of 5 million copies. Author Dan Brown spent time here in D.C. and Virginia researching the mysterious settings and conspiracies for Lost Symbol, putting a secretive spin on some of the buildings and monuments we see every single day. But how much is fact and how much is fiction? John Henderhan takes us inside mysterious spots.
Dan Brown's new book, if you'll follow me for a moment, actually opens here. This is the temple room in the Scottish Rite Temple on 16th Street in Washington, D.C.
It is in this ornate sanctorum that Dan Brown has the highest-ranking members of the Masons drinking blood from a human skull.
It's exciting, but he didn't get it right.
Arturo de Hoyos is the Grand Archivist of the Scottish Rite Masonic Temple.
I think he cobbled together some sources that he found on the internet, not all of which are favorable, but after all, it's a good book of fiction, not fact.
So in this building, no human blood, no skulls?
No human blood, no skulls.
The Masons, who call themselves the world's oldest fraternal organization, invite any member of the public to tour their temple on 16th Street and ask questions about the group or about the story Dan Brown has woven. George Washington, who was a Mason, is a prominent figure in the book. Curators at Mount Vernon continuously display Masonic artifacts from Washington's lodge, and they've added an 18th century punch bowl full of Masonic symbols. But did the father of our country make a shocking deathbed confession to his Masonic physician at Mount Vernon?
And Washington actually died of a throat infection, so it would have been very painful for him to speak. If there was a deathbed confession, we have no record of it.
Mount Vernon and the Scottish Rite Temple are preparing for an increase in tourist visits because of the expected popularity of Dan Brown's latest book.
If we're as lucky as Rome and Paris have been with the other two books, we'll see a lot of interest in various sites and things to do in Washington, D.C. as those two cities have.
The tourist interest has already started.
Well, because I read the prologue to the book, to Dan Brown's book on Sunday.
We found CHERYL and Terry Hayes of Southern California at the Masonic Temple on 16th Street.
You don't think there are these worldwide conspiracies?
I haven't found them yet.
In mysterious Washington, D.C., John Henry.